Hello again, everybody. Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at our home birth supplies and what I think we're going to need. It's quite expansive in coverage, and I'll try and get started here right away. But I wanted just to first say I got kind of the list of supplies that I wanted from the midwives as well as some of the nurses at the hospital. I went over to our maternity unit and talked to them and was like, what can I possibly need? And then I also went on to other people's YouTube channels and was watching other people's supply lists and seeing what they've got. So there's a couple items that are more discomfort items, I think, that I got off of that list. Most of the stuff we had around the house, there wasn't too much that I did have to purchase. I did purchase a few things from a medical supply store just outside of town. They had a bit more of the products than a couple of the little local ones that we had. And the rest of the stuff, yeah, like I said, we had most of it. So you don't need to spend a whole lot on getting these kind of supplies. Let's get started. Okay, so at first I thought I was going to get everything to fit in this top dresser drawer and be able to put everything on the top. Everything did not fit in this area, so it's kind of expanded out from there. But to start out, off the midwives list, they wanted 4 to 6 towels. I picked out 6 towels. I do think Brad may end up in the hot tub or in the shower or whatever. Somebody else might get wet too. So I figured more the merrier. They also wanted us to have a pot on hand, 8 face cloths, 24 they wanted, 24 of these flow pads. They're dry flow pads. And so I picked up 2 packs. That's one package open, and then I have another package just across the room. And some Kleenex. And I'll bring it in and show you the inside of the drawer. So in the drawer, they wanted 2 boxes of high flow pads. So I did get some at the medical supply store. These are Tenna pads. They're quite big. There's a lot to them. And so I got 1 package of that kind. And then I did just get some Kotex as well. And these are the extra long, extra absorbent ones. But they're a little bit nicer and, yeah, not so bulky, we'll say. I did pick up some of the mesh panties that the medical supply store had. I've gotten the nose Frida from my shower, so I put it in there as well. They wanted antibacterial soap. I don't usually have antibacterial soap, so I picked some of that up. They wanted 24 of the 4x4. Actually wanted 48. So these all have 2 in them, so I picked up 24. 2 garbage bags, 2 black garbage bags, a Ziploc freezer bag, a large bag, a flashlight. And you don't just want some crappy little flashlight, you do want a heavy-duty flashlight. And extra batteries for that. I got the thermometer set from my shower, so I got some of that. I picked up just a few of the little like KY jelly. It's just a lubricating jelly. And then some medications. Ibuprofen, some Tylenol, the arnica. So this is for after you've had the baby. It helps with any swelling and bleeding and things like that. And also for after the baby's born, I've got some stool softeners there as well. So that is everything in that drawer, and I'll bring you around and show you the rest of the stuff. Okay, so I don't really have this organized in what comes first or what comes second, but I have a yoga mat here, and it's nice and thick and plush, and I feel like I can crawl around on the ground on that just fine. My birthing ball, this thing has been amazing through the entire pregnancy, and you need one. Helps your hips amazingly, and will come in definitely handy pre-labor, even before you go to the hospital if you're going to the hospital, or as part of a birth kit. It's going to pan over here. Now the midwives, they wanted a table that they could set their stuff up on, so this is all stuff that won't be here during the pregnancy, during the birth, that it'll be brought in after. We did put a fireplace in here. It just will warm up the one room really well if we wanted a little warmer in here. Okay. So when you're in kind of an early labor, you'll want to set up your bed. I've got 2 of the vinyl cloths here. You want to open these up ahead of time, air them out. They absolutely stink. If you don't, you're not going to even want to go near your bed. You want 2 fitted sheets. So you'll put on one set of fitted sheets, lay down your vinyl cloths, and then put on your other set of fitted sheets. So when you'll give birth on, then they'll clean everything off and you'll have the bed made for afterwards. I have a few comfort items for mom. Some necessities, some not such necessities. I have both a nightie that I might wear. It's got a nice stretched out collar that I can feed in and nurse in afterwards. I don't know how well that is in the shot, but I might birth in that. I may birth naked. I might do some early birthing in a tank top and some yoga pants. So I've just got some of the most comfortable clothes that I can find that I will want to maybe spend my labor in. Then I also have a heating pad, and you'll want a warm blanket for afterwards. Sometimes mom can be quite cold and shaky, and yes, wrapping up in a nice blanket and getting warm afterwards is kind of a necessity sometimes. All right, this basket I think I'm actually going to put on my bedside table. It's got all the kind of stuff that I'm going to need, and a few little extra tidbits and stuff. So main thing why home birth doesn't work out is either can't control the pain, can't control the bleeding, or you need to stay hydrated. So some of those you can prepare for, some of them you can't prepare for. But I have got a few tricks. Anyway, so coconut water is fantastic. You want to find ones, is this in shot? I'm just going to focus. You want to find stuff that's high in magnesium, high in calcium, and high in potassium, and has some sodium. That one's pretty good. These ones are actually even a little bit better. 16 of magnesium, only 2 of calcium, so a little less there. The potassium and the sodium are pretty good in this one. So keeping your electrolytes up, getting some fluids in, and doing it with as little fluids kind of as possible, just in case you're not feeling very well. The other trick that my midwives have got me to do is if you can't get as much fluid in, they've had me make these labor aid cubes so that you can just suck on an ice cube as opposed to drinking a whole glass of water kind of thing. I can put one of these in my coconut water to give it a little extra boost. And so I made up 4 cups of water in total by the end. So I added 1/3 of a cup of honey, 1/3 of a cup of lemon, topped it all up to the 4-cup mark with water. You could use coconut water right from there if you wanted, and then added some salt, and then you can add calcium and magnesium tabs that are crushed. So that is one way to stay hydrated, keep your electrolytes up, and still have not as much fluids in you, just in case you're feeling quite sick. Just because I put these frozen things all together, I did go ahead and freeze a couple of those Tenna pads. I just added 1/3 of a cup of water to each of these. It's maybe a little bit much. I'd have to pull them out ahead of time, but there is some flex still in them, you can see. But you want to have them kind of like soft and pliable. So mine will have to probably be pulled out 5 minutes ahead of time. And that's kind of for after to cool that perineum off and make it a bit more comfortable. Now I also have a water bottle in here with a straw. This one's really easy to drink out of if I'm lying down or whatever. If not, just put a couple of straws in that you can drink out of. Some nice easy light snacks. These are just the True to Nature bars. from Costco, and they're fantastic. I love them. Lots of fruits and nuts and things like that. So I've got a whole case. I've got a few extras for everybody else. I've got a few in my hospital bag just in case, and things like that. You want a hand mirror for watching your little one be born. Epsom salts, most of the stuff is for afterwards as well. Some Epsom salts, a couple of Perry bottles. Witch hazel, this will help with any swelling, bleeding, healing afterwards for your perineum. Good stuff there. This one I got as an idea off of somebody else's, but facial cleaning towels. And those will just kind of keep you fresh, keep you feeling good during the labor. I also have some, what we use for massage oil, just straight jojoba oil. It soaks in really nicely and feels good on your skin without leaving you feeling sticky and yucky. And I don't want to feel sticky and yucky as much as possible, because there's enough sticky yucky going on. I also then have picked up one kind of set of scented candles. This is Tea Lights. It's just my favorite scent, black cherry. I figure I can make it smell a little nicer in here. I have one of those melting trays, so I don't want to mix up scents too much. That'll be my scent for in here. I don't want scented essential oils and everything scented differently, so that's the one scent that I'm bringing in. And then I do have some lanolin clearing for afterwards. Okay, we're going to pan over to baby supplies. They wanted 8 to 12 receiving blankets. I have quite a few here, but I also topped up with a couple of towels for baby as well. I just thought they would come in handy. I did bring a couple of our cloth diapers, cloth liners. I'd rather just go for it from the start. So I've got those. But I did get 2 as like some little gift somewhere of the disposables with the cutouts. So I put those in there as well, just in case they're absolutely tiny and don't fit or what. You want to have 2 hats, so I've got those in there. And I'm not sure that we're going to dress baby right away or not, but you want something that they can freely move their arms in. So I decided to put one in just to kind of show you. You want baby to be able to move to the breast as they naturally can. If you swaddle them right away, that they don't have the same move and dexterity that they need to have during that first little bit. So I've got that one in there as well. But we may just leave ours skin to skin for a while with a little hat. And just in case all else fails, the hospital bag with just a few of the things that I would really kind of need or want in there. So I'll go over that one after, but it's kind of just my last ditch of just in case supplies if we end up having to go to the hospital. All right, so told you, expansive, lots going on. You want to stay warm, you want to stay hydrated, you want to stay comfortable, you want to stay clean, you want any tools or tricks that you're going to need for the actual labor and staying comfy. Perfect. And the extra medical supplies that you may need. Okay, I hope everybody has enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that took so long to get up and going, but I wanted to make sure that I had everything handy and available and where I needed it to be before I put this video up. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please hit the like button if you did and subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks.